What is up, YouTube? Drew here, and yes, this is a Volvo. You are in my shop with a Volvo and my own truck, which is going to need a fuel pump here. Tons of fun. Anyways, you're in the shop with a Volvo. You probably thought you would never hear me say that. If you're a subscriber to this channel, I love you. Thank you for being here. You're probably just watching this one for entertainment because usually it's a Toyota or a Honda. If you're a Volvo fan, hey, I'm with you to a degree. These cars are absolutely amazing. For those of you who don't know, I mean, just little things, like everything is metal. The quality of the subframe is just insane. Every little nut and bolt on this car is so well thought. But I think they were thinking more about performance and engineering, absolute NVH reduction in a car that could get hit by a tank and the people inside live, which is all good stuff, but they weren't thinking about when you fix it. So today I'm here to show you an absolute nightmare, which is the valve body job on this. It shouldn't be a nightmare, but it is. And one of the reasons it's a nightmare is because there is not adequate room to pull the transmission pan, which is sitting right there, off without essentially removing the engine and transmission, which is probably what they tell you to do. Then somebody with a little bit of experience would tell you, oh, drop the subframe. Well, Drew is here to tell you, that's me, that you don't have to do either one of those things, but I'm also going to warn you that I am in the extreme danger zone. Like, for example, if I was rating danger, like this little gauge here, I'm like at 39.5, okay, if that makes sense to you. This is very, very uncomfortable where I'm at, but what I've done, so there's a couple different motor mounts on this car. There's one right here, and that's, you could see like my fingers covering the nut. Now it's not covering the nut. Now it's not. You can see that that nut's off and just sitting there. That's a 15. When you get underneath the car with you. By the way, it's not too soon to like and subscribe. Because, I need the help. I'm crawling around. You see that one's unscrewed there. That's a 15 as well. There's probably going to be some jimmying if that, when I set it back down, the jack's here. If I set it back down, that bad boy might have a hard time going in that hole. By the way, little shout out for my daughter. If you can see, there's a cable there. She was just asking me, she's 8, about cables and their strength. Pretty cool to think an 8-year-old thinks that way, right? But believe it or not, that is not even quite a 1/4-inch cable. And yes, that is tasked with holding this engine in the car in the event of a rollover. Volvo thinking ahead like so many other brands don't. Very cool. Safety feature. It's a very skinny little cable, maybe 3/16. Anyways, shout out for my daughter, Renee. Love you, babe. Anyway, then you have this motor mount here, and as you start raising the motor, it bumps into this guy. There's two 15s, one there and one there, that you take out, and I have this thing high enough. Now, I'm in the danger zone. That is a lot of movement on the flex pipe for the exhaust, which is, of course, pulling on the turbo. It's good. It's just at its absolute limit. You can feel this radiator hose here. There's some pressure on the hose. It is definitely outside of my comfort zone by a little bit, but it's within what the car can handle, and that gives you just enough room to get that pan off. My suggestion to you is that you would, jack a little bit, try the pan, jack a little bit, try the pan. I wouldn't want to go even 1/4 of an inch. I wouldn't even want to go, I would say not even 1/8 of an inch past where I'm at, and where I'm at was just enough to get the transmission pan off. Now, what's going to suck beyond words is trying to get that transmission pan back on without scraping off the form-in-place gasket, which it so obviously requires. It's also gonna suck trying to clean up the mating surface, and this entire job sucks. The thing is, this is a really nice car. I personally would prefer, I'm a wagon guy. I like wagons. I mean, if this thing was diesel, and I am working, by the way, subscribe for this reason. I am working with somebody, I've reached out to somebody in the Netherlands about importing myself one of these with a diesel engine, which is the reason that I bought this car, because I want to see how much I like the car itself before I potentially waste time bringing one here from Europe that's diesel. I love JDM diesel cars. I have a diesel Toyota Crown right now. I had a diesel Camry Lumiere G. I guess I'll throw a link in the description when I remember to. So I'm a wagon guy if it is cool enough. This is not. It doesn't have the roof rack. It's not diesel. This in a sedan or even an S80. I mean, these cars are exquisite. I've loved them since before I even had a driver's license. I will say this, though. This channel is all about showing you guys cars that are, you know, really, really nice for what they are, and, you know, get the job done and don't break the bank. This is not that car. I mean, this car will put you in the poorhouse if you're paying somebody $130, $140 an hour to work on it, because it's very, very unnecessarily complex. Although it's just, as somebody who works on cars, it is just so amazingly put together, and it's just everything about it is just such high quality. I love it. But, you know, it's a nightmare all around. So anyways, I hope you learned something here. If you did, if you're entertained, do please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. Like I said, I resist everything about how complex this car is, but I love this car enough to deal with it. So you'll see definitely look at it. It's even got, you know, two hood locks on it. Like, I think it was Saabs did that as well. Some BMWs, just unnecessary stuff, but that's what makes these cars great, I guess. I'm not a Volvo guy, but I am now, right? So make sure you subscribe and check back often for more videos on this car, as I'm going to drive the crap out of it while I work the bugs out of it and enjoy it. All right, take care. God bless. Bye.